You know when it is you feel the most insecure, almost like you're questioning if you're going to make it, whether it's in your career, in a chance you took, or even it could be something as simple as this, like YouTube. The reason why I started questioning if I was going to make it or not is I started realizing, like, what if I do? You know, like, what would that really change in my life? Like, if YouTube, I blow up today, right? Say this is the one video that gets over like 1 million plus, say, subscribers, you know, and I get an engaged audience. I'm happy. I have very engaged people in my subscriber count right now as it stands. I don't have a lot, but you know what? I'm almost at 900. That's insane to me. If you would have told me a couple months ago, heck, if you would have even told me 2 months ago that I'd be at almost 900 subscribers by May, I would have looked at you and been like, how am I going to get there? Because I used to never really have 100% faith in myself. If I'm being fully honest, I really have always struggled with that, with the belief of what am I going to do? And that's what I want to talk to you guys about today. When you believe in yourself, there's nothing that can stop you. You know, I used to always have this thing in the back of my head that would just almost eat me alive, to the point where I'd get super upset, or I'd question if I was capable of doing something, like my ability to be able to be more, like the ability to be able to even do what I do today, right? I don't do a lot as it is, but the fact that I'm finally taking a leap, taking a chance at my account, trying to make it work, is something that I never thought I would do, at least this early on. But you know what? I'm extremely proud that I am doing it. Circumstances and situations changed, but you know what? No matter what happens, I know that God has my back. I know that if I wasn't meant to be here, then I wouldn't be here. And I know if I wasn't meant to be on this account to be talking to you guys the way that I do, then I wouldn't. There are a lot of times, though, where I struggle with doubt. And if I'm being honest, I'm not perfect. I pray a lot more than I probably should. And it's all because at the end of the day, I have to, right? Like, I know my mom loves me, I know my family loves me, but I know I can't really go to them because at the end of the day, if I add my stress onto everything else and they see how much I'm worried about things, it gets nobody in a better situation. It makes them panic. They see how hard I'm trying to figure out, what am I going to do next? What is the next step for me? And then that's when I realized there is no such thing as a next step. There is no such thing as really figuring it out. You just kind of go, and wherever life takes you, you make it work. And that's the situation that I wasn't really understanding when it came to me. I was always in a way trying to like figure it out, or like jump the gun, or always so impatient. And I realized I don't need to be. When I was younger, always so impatient to grow up. And now that I'm older, I'm like, in a way, not wishing I was younger, but thinking about the times when I was like, you know what? I remember when it used to have to be, I didn't have to worry about bills, you know? But I also remember a time when my mom struggled so badly that it would get to me. And I didn't know a lot about money. I was a kid. I didn't know a lot about a lot of things. I just thought, you know what? If I can work really hard, I'll be able to provide for my mom. So I did. Started working really hard, started trying to figure things out, and it got me nowhere. So then when I finally realized, when I turned 26 and near the end of last year, that if I don't do something for myself, I'm going to go stir crazy. That's me taking a shot on YouTube. I'm not perfect, you know, and I've never asked you guys for really much. I feel like I've never even asked, and I don't think in any of my videos, to please subscribe or follow along. But you know what? I'm going to ask that finally. I'm going to ask for your guys' help. If you guys could please like, share, subscribe to the account if you're not already. The content that I post on my shorts is inspirational, motivational, and just prayers for all of you, because I want to make the world a better place. I want to see you all succeed in whatever it is your aspirations are in life. But I know that comes at a cost. I'd be lying to you if I said things are going to be easy if you pray. They're not. I'd be lying to you if I said that no matter what it is you do in life, if you set your mind to it, you can get there. But I wouldn't be lying to you if I said, if you want something bad enough, it doesn't matter how many times it knocks you down. It doesn't matter how much it hurts for you going after it. You're going to get it eventually. Everything always works out if it's meant to be. If you are not meant to be in a situation or a certain spot, then you won't be. I'll give you a really good example. I was in a toxic work environment to the point where things would be really, really bad. It didn't matter what I did, what I said. There's always somebody that had something else to say about me. There's always something that always came up, whether it was with a peer of mine, or, well, especially with a peer of mine, or whether it was with others that worked around us. It was just different things. It got to the point where I was struggling every single day when I knew I had to go in to figure out, okay, what am I going to do today? Like, how am I going to avoid this issue? And then I realized that should never be the case. You do not need to be at a situation or a place where it beats you down so badly, you're starting to hope and pray that you don't see certain people. You're starting to hope and pray that you can just make it through the day without having to feel like you're attacked or people are judging your every single move, right? I'm not the most perfect person. I know I'm not the most handsome guy. I know I'm not the tallest or a lot of things. But you know what? I know for a fact there is nobody that cares as much as me that a complete stranger is okay. Not because I have to, not because there's anything that I'm looking to gain, simply because that's just how I was raised. So I know for a fact there's nobody that has as great or as good intention as my mom does. For me, I know it's a fact. I'm not perfect, but you know what I realized? With my family by my side, there's nothing that I can't do. And I know that there are times where I'm not always the best, and I know I could be a better son. And I want to be able to be a better son. I want to be able to be a better father to my daughter. I want to be able to be just a better family person in general. And I wanted to share with you all that no matter what happens, whether it's today, tomorrow, or simply an event in your life, you do not allow that thing, that person, to bring you down to the point where you feel like you're in such a desperate place that you can't make decisions clearly. And what I really mean by that is this. Like, I was getting to the point where I really started to question, am I ever going to make it? And is this even for me? Not just YouTube, but like, really, I guess, myself in general. Like, am I going to be somebody? Am I ever going to be anything? There were times where I would share my dreams and aspirations with people I thought I could trust, just to get made fun of. And I realized those people aren't my friends. Those people don't care. They just are looking for a good laugh because they're unhappy with who they are. There were other times where they would say, oh yeah, we're here rooting for you, and then talk about me behind my back. Those aren't people you can trust. And I've learned through trial and error who it is I can and who it is I cannot trust. And in doing so, it's made me a better person. Because no matter how horrible those people are, whatever issues they have where that makes them feel better about themselves, I know I'll never be able to understand. And it makes me proud to be able to say that. I didn't always look at things that way though, but right now I look at it as this. I'm giving my all to trying to make a difference in where I stand as of today, and I will figure it out. I'm pouring my heart and soul into my YouTube videos, whether it's sharing a little bit of information, talking to you guys, sometimes just taking long in my day, like the past 2 videos I had the most fun making those videos where I was literally driving around safely driving around with equipment that I have now that allows me to record without having to really use anything or having to be like looking at my phone, so to speak, while I'm driving, like certain things, so I'm allowed to be safer. I have things that I've never had before, and I feel like I truly have an opportunity to make something of myself. And that's what I want to talk to you guys about today. It's not just about a lesson or something I want to teach you. It's about, if you really do believe in who you are, do not let anyone ever change that. Because if you give them that power over you, you will struggle, if ever, to get it back. And it doesn't mean that you're less than. It doesn't mean that you have to say sorry or apologize for a mistake or something that they do or you do. You simply learn from it and move on. There is nothing better than you moving on with your life and not looking back, not saying a word, not trying to be malicious, and then returning when you're ready and you're unrecognizable. That person, those people, will not even know what to do because they'll look at you and be like, wait a minute, there's no way that's them, right? And that's not to say that it's going to be a hard path. It is. It's going to be extremely hard. You may not even make it, right? I gave myself a month to be able to figure things out. It's been 6, right? I'm going on 5 for my YouTube. And I'm realizing as time goes on, the only difference is I'm trying my best. But could I do better? Of course. So this is me trying to do better. Right now, I have nothing but time and energy. I'm going to be giving my all to this. And I should have probably been doing that from the beginning. But am I perfect? No. Have I done everything right from the beginning? Definitely not. But I learned from my trials, my errors, and my mistakes, and I move forward. And that's what you need to do, my brothers and sisters out there. It's a lot easier said than done. I will 100% admit that. But in the flip side to that, have you even tried every day to make yourself better? Or at least more than just a week or 2? Have you tried consistently in everything you do to look for patience? Or have you just said, you know what? Tomorrow is when I'll start. Have you really searched and asked yourself, who am I? Not just today, not in the moment,
Not when you're feeling an emotion of happiness, sadness, or even anger. But truly take a minute back and look at yourself and say, who am I? If you've asked yourself that in the most recent time, let me know who you are. If you're one of my subscribers, I would love to hear from you. I love whenever you guys send prayers, whenever you guys reach out to each other, whenever you guys support one another. That is the goal of my account. That's the goal of this community, to help one another. There are some occasional hateful comments that I get, people saying different things like that. And for those people, I don't wish you bad. I just simply pray that whatever issues you have don't affect you, hopefully, in the near future, because that's sad to see. And at the end of the day, if you want to make fun of somebody who's trying to make a difference in this world, then you have more issues, my friend, than anybody else could help you with. But I'll still pray and hope that you get better, because that's the person that I am. And you and nobody else is going to change that. So I hope and pray this message finds you all well. And I want to say thank you for your time. I appreciate those very few who watch my videos all the way through, because it means a lot to me. It helps me to keep going. It makes me want to keep going. Sometimes even when I'm tired. Even when I feel like I don't know if this is going to work out. It's those moments that you inspire me. I pray that you keep showing up, because it's always good to see you, my friends. And I'm grateful for each and every one of you. Thank you for always being here. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you all later on. Thank you.